Hey, John.
Hey, Greg.
Good to see you, man.
You too, sir.
Happy Sunday evening.
Yes. Right. I know you and I are both exhausted from busy weeks, but we can't leave our audience without some excitement.
No, every edition is a cliffhanger.
Totally.
And so tonight we're
Always
using a
exciting.
different lens,
Yep.
longer cord.
Right. I love the look. The depth of field is so cool.
Yeah, we have good luck.
I like it. It's like almost like we're almost professional or something, shit like
I'm
that.
serious, man. And it's all in a backpack.
All in a backpack.
Isn't that weird?
The mobile studio.
We went from Atari to this.
It's impressive, and it's all to you, my producer and director and conceptual genius.
The master favorer. I'm the rigger of everything.
The rigger, the master rigger.
The master rigger.
Yes, making it happen.
Yes. So everything's going well for you?
Hey, it is good. It's going great. I don't know if I mentioned my sprained knee last time, but we were having a short episode, and it's doing good. It's healing up good. Working my ass off, so busy there. I am excited. My Miami Dolphins, I grew up there in Miami, and they had their perfect season. I have to say, I was excited they won
Go
today.
Dan Marino.
Well, yeah, in the old days, for sure. Now it's Tua Tagovailoa, but there's no N in his name, but they pronounce it Tagovailoa.
Where's Dan Marino?
There's no N. Dan is in the. He comes in every day. He's sort of the inspiration in the room.
Last time I saw him was in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Yeah, I mean,
He had a cameo.
he did. It was a pretty big cameo. He was kidnapped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Showed
good,
his acting props.
Yes. I'm hungry, man.
Well, cheers. We got some
Cheers.
good food here down at
Cheers.
Natty's. We're doing another Natty's episode.
Natty Greenes.
Natty Greenes down in downtown Greensboro.
What'd you get?
Good friends of the show. So you
What'd
got
you
what
get?
I see. I got the turkey Caesar wrap, and I added some avocado. It's fantastic. And you got the turkey shoot, which is always good.
This is good. This is good.
This is inherently messy. Yours is probably a better one for being on camera.
So, how are things at Shoe Shop?
I mean, we're killing it. If there's any evidence that we're not in a recession, it's business at the shoe market. I mean, we're having a record year, man. Inflation's a thing, but how does it affect our business? How's that affecting the taco business?
Tacos are good.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's North Carolina's killing it, and I mean, well, you look at all the stats. Honestly, we're talking about news here, little news board. America still has the best freaking economy in the world. China is so obsessed with the lockdown stuff. You know, they're affecting their economy. Yeah, they can make anything, but they can't make anything if they shut everything down. I don't know.
You know, that still perplexes
This
me
is
about China.
some damn good food, though.
It's Natty Greenes has good food.
Oh, man.
So explain it to me. I know you've explained it before, but how is it that there clearly are adversaries, clearly economically, politically, militaristically, there are enemies, adversaries. However, we have so much.
Let's put it. Let's say they're our competitors. So they're our economic competitors. As long as we trade significantly.
Canada can be a competitor.
Yes,
but they're not trying to steal our state secrets.
That's true. Well, what I would say is that China definitely has a different philosophy on how the world works. We have empowered them by buying stuff from them because it costs less to make it there. We've empowered them, and they've taken it on, and they've invested. If there's any country in the world that can make almost anything, it's them. Some really high-end shit, we're probably a little bit better. Aircraft, supercomputers, things like that. Yes, sir.
I made your peppers myself.
All right. Thank you, sir.
They only really,
We are
They
on
only
our
really-
podcast. So say hello to everybody, Russ.
hey everybody. They only really take 30 seconds, so I just put them in there for like 20. You said just.
Thank you, sir.
Just touch them.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, of course.
The food's killing it. So that's the manager of Natty Greenes.
Nice guy.
Nice
So
guy.
Why have we let ourselves get in this position?
Okay, there's a couple of answers to that question. One is we want really good stuff cheap. So we were willing to give up the ability to make stuff because we get it cheaper. Also, we're kind of lazy. Elon Musk will tell you about the Shanghai factory that Tesla has is by far his most productive. The workers there will work as much as you will let them work. Over here, they still work harder than most people at a auto factory, which is why they will not unionize. But they work like probably 20 to 30% less.
Did you get us napkins?
That's an interesting point. I don't know that I have any napkins.
Shit. Any in the bag?
There probably are. Why don't you check that? There probably is a napkin.
No, we're fucked.
Well,
Okay. Here. You know what? Right here.
you want to go?
Yeah, I'm just.
I'll run solo here for a minute.
No,
if you
no,
want to
no,
run in
no,
and
no,
get
no,
some.
no. No, it's fine. So anyway,
Use your fries as a napkin. It'll
Yeah.
season the fries.
Yeah, here.
There you go. There you go.
So then, is that not a threat?
It is, but one of the things I like to point out to people, I really believe as long as we are intertwined economically, there's almost zero chance we ever get in a hot war, like an actual war. Are we in a trade war? Yeah. We put, Trump and everybody in. We're still maintaining the tariffs. They put tariffs on us. So we're in a little bit of a trade war, but we are still dependent on them for certain parts to almost anything we make, the technology. And they actually are they are dependent on us and Taiwan for other stuff, which is why there's always that threat of them trying to repossess Taiwan.
Well, I think, would it be easy for them to repossess Taiwan?
I don't.
No?
I don't. I don't think we'd
They
accept
have the
that.
biggest chip manufacturer in the world there.
Yes, Taiwan Semiconductor, TSMC, yeah. And they're building a huge plant in Texas right now. Partly because they just want to make sure that because Taiwan is our friend. It's a weird thing. For so many decades, we didn't acknowledge them as an independent country because
we still don't.
We still don't
recognize them.
officially. We still don't officially.
Why not? If they're our friends, we're willing to defend them. Why don't we say we recognize you, man, to the whole world?
Well, look what happened when Nancy Pelosi went over there just to do a visit. Fucking China about lost their ass. I don't know. I think we should do it, but it's sort of this playing a game of, they're cool people, we like them, but we don't want to piss China off too much. Partly because we're dependent on them
Look
for
what they
certain
did
stuff.
to Hong Kong.
Oh, I know, it's terrible.
They
Hong
fucked
Kong was a great democracy when it was under British rule, and then now a lot of people that were living there have left because they clamped down on shit. So it's a delicate balance. I mean, anything really is a thing. Geopolitics is always so complicated. There's so many personalities and ideas and all this involved. And then here in this country, if we were all on the same page internationally like we used to be in the Cold War, we could get more shit done. But now, the other party, both parties want to attack the other party when they do something that doesn't turn out perfect.
What do you think is going to happen with Taiwan? Is China going to lay off? Or are they going to keep flexing?
They'll keep flexing, but they're not going to go in. It's our saber rattling stuff, I believe. It's my take. Who am I? Some dude on YouTube. But my take is they would love to have what Taiwan has. But because it would give them state-of-the-art chip manufacturing. So I don't think it happens. Not probably in our lifetime. Who knows in 100 years or so.
The news.
The news. Let's do it.
It's the news segment.
Instead of the sort of topical discussion, eating food segment. All right,
Yeah.
News segment. Lead in.
News segment. Thank you very much, Queen Elizabeth. She did a great job. Biggest news, Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth dying. Yeah,
Right?
it was gonna happen sometime, but I was a little surprised.
73 years?
Yeah, 73 years. She was what, 96? You could just tell after her husband died a couple years ago, her little partner for life kind of thing. She just didn't have the same energy. And then this whole thing where she met the new prime minister. Granted, there's still photos, but she's smiling. She's fine. 2 days later, she's dying. It's like she was just ready to go. She was burned out. It's like, I stuck around long enough or something. I don't know. They haven't given us any idea what she actually died from.
96 years is a good run.
That's a good run. And she was so healthy for so much of it. My mom told me a story when she was when she became the queen. So they actually brought a TV into my mom's high school. A TV. We're talking the early 50s for her the whole formal ceremony. My mom said it inspired her as a woman to see the Queen of England become the queen. So I think that was an inspiration for a lot of women around the world. And she did a great job of managing things. I mean, so when she came in, technically England was an empire, right? Canada, South Africa, all these places were part of England, the empire. But she managed to get, we went through World War II and all this stuff, but she actually did a good job of helping get the royals for the last 200-300 years haven't really done much actually running government. They're figureheads, but she did a good job of getting Parliament and the Prime Minister they be pretty rational in dealing with turning everything. Turning what was an empire.
There's more news.
More news.
There's more news.
We got a train.
More news.
I'm rambling on.
More news just came on.
We got more news. What's the
So,
news?
Jackson, Mississippi. Water facility is failing.
Yeah, it's still going on. What's up with that?
Yeah, well, they're trying to fix it. It's still a disaster. They've been saying for 50 or 60 years, there's an issue, we need to fix it. Nobody's addressed it. And as a result, they don't have, as a result, they don't have any water. So,
Reminds me of Flint,
Well,
Michigan.
get your mic set up, then you talk.
Reminds me of Flint, Michigan, with the lead in the water. But that was the problem with that.
We may have to take an intermission here.
It's an impressive horn from that train. So it reminds me.
Downtown Greensboro.
Flint, Michigan. We're in the city. When he changed the water system and they dealt with all that lead in the pipes. I say let it roll. Let it roll. Who needs intermission?
Okay, so. See, this is the problem with live TV.
Uh-huh. is why nobody does live TV.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Reality TV, people talk about it.
Yeah.
We do it.
Yeah.
We do it.
We're
Nobody else really does live TV.
Yeah, Kim
It's all
Kardashian.
edited.
This is next level shit. So,
Any chance you could grab us a couple napkins, buddy?
Say what?
A couple napkins, possibly?
and some more Coke, please.
Sure.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
So watch this.
Yeah.
As a distraction,
Mm-hmm.
an idiot in Mississippi, a lineman,
The pilot.
Pilot.
We talked about that briefly in our little mini episode. Yes.
he's not even a pilot,
Yeah.
he's a lineman.
I'm stealing a fry.
Snags a twin-engine airplane,
Mm-hmm.
okay, small version of a King Air,
Mm-hmm.
and wrecks it.
Yes.
He says he's going to slam into a Walmart. Cops talk him down. They talk him down, lands in the field, and then they arrest him.
Well, at least they'd rather talk him down.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
This is a serious question. Do you think America is quick to criminalize people?
I think mankind in the moment tends to criminalize people that seem to be a provocateur.
Not in Europe.
It happens there too.
No. I'm going to give you an example.
No, I mean, well, you were just spent a month there.
I was on the Autobahn hauling ass.
Uh-huh.
Cop comes beside me.
Uh-huh.
He goes, I slow it down. I slow down, everything's fine.
Was that on an Autobahn?
Yeah, but there was a speed limit.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a speed limit. Oh, thanks, man.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rush.
You guys need napkins?
You are the man.
Hell yeah, we
Napkins.
need that.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
bro. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
That's cool. So instead of pulling me over, giving me a ticket, fucking me up,
Right?
he was just like, slow down.
Well, that would be the nice way to handle it.
And that was cool. In
Right.
America, you'd be hemmed up.
Well, it's because that's one of the ways a city makes money, speeding tickets. It's honestly a racket.
But it's the mentality. It's the mentality. It's the mentality. America versus Europe. Or I can say Germany, for an example. They're not out to criminalize you.
I think that's really a complicated thing. A lot of it depends on the state.
It's the
The
mentality.
mission, like Greensboro. I haven't gotten a speeding ticket in Greensboro in like 20-something years, and I basically live here. I went like 5 in High Point. Something like that. It's not that many, but 3 or
Right.
4.
Right.
So sometimes it's the entity where you're existing more so than the country. I would just argue. What's the mandate? Do we need more revenue from traffic? Because I mean, they make a ton of money on that stuff. Traffic tickets are easy money for a city.
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
There's a difference between getting a speeding ticket and paying a fine and getting a speeding ticket and having to go to court, pay a lawyer, get points in your license,
Oh yeah.
getting, charged with careless and reckless. I mean, there's this whole criminalistic aspect to it.
I agree with your premise 100%.
So it's not just more than just, oh, well, we need to create revenue. If you want to create revenue, just charge me $150 for speeding and let's move on.
Yeah.
That's creating revenue. But when you take me to court,
Well, the insurance companies make money too when you get points.
Sure,
It's all
sure.
about money, I believe.
but I'm talking about the criminalization part.
Uh-huh.
I think it's unfair.
I mean, I think your point is very valid. But I don't know.
Another news segment.
I just want to finish though. The idea though that I mean, like in this country, you got so many states that are so different. I would say like a place like Vermont's going to be very different than a place like Georgia. So I don't know. That's my take. But anyways, another
You're right.
another news broadcast. Go for it.
Well, the difference between Georgia and Vermont would be the color of your skin.
Probably.
That's true.
It's unfortunate, but it's true.
That's true.
One of the things I think that Greensboro has a thriving business. I know that right now, our downtown's not nearly as big as impressive like Winston-Salem because all the big buildings for the banking industry. But I know people that feel like the downtown Greensboro thing is really something that's going to really be sustainable. It's more integrated. You have to drive to different sections in Winston. But I also think that Greensboro doesn't get a fair shake nationally because we have a very high percentage of African American residents, which alludes to what the point you're making. Like an African American wants to go to loan, they can have great finances. It's harder for them to get a loan, and that's not fair. It's not,
Is that the same in all of the United States?
Oh yeah, it's the banking industry. It's been done analysis on it. But we have a very diverse city. Now Guilford County is predominantly white.
This isn't the news.
Sure it is. Greensboro.
I'm the producer. I have to say the news.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm the Rambler Honor commentator guy.
Ramble on.
Yeah, great song by Led
Sing
Zeppelin.
that song.
Yes. So, and I'll finish up here, but I'm actually trying to make a point here that I think is important. So we're a majority-minority city. The percentage of white residents and African Americans is pretty close to the same, and you got your other ethnic things like the Mexicans and South Americans and all that. And I think when there's an analysis done by an organization, we get discounted because of that thing. So it's let's call it prejudice, not call it racism, but a sort of a form of prejudice. Anyways, go on with the news. That's my little take there.
Serena Williams retired.
Yes, she put up a good fight there, but I like
Good for her.
Good for her. It's difficult to stay relevant in a sport for a long time, and she
She did a great job.
She was the best.
And she looks good.
Of course she does. She still
Her and
looks
her
great.
sister, they look good.
Absolutely. So Serena really, and tennis in America is just been on hard times outside of the Williams sisters and a couple other female tennis players.
So have some.
But we did have a man to get to the Francis Tiafoe did get to the semifinals. Where are we at there on our time?
22 minutes.
Okay, pretty good for me.
So
news, pretty good for me.
So now I have a question for you.
Okay.
Because I just did the air horn.
All right.
I have a question for you. In your opinion, and don't confuse this with pop question. Pop question is something different.
Yep.
In your opinion, what are some people and or institutions that you just don't talk shit about?
You don't talk shit about. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're talking about respect. I mean, most of your government institutions, FBI, CIA. I mean, in private conversation, you can say I don't like this or that, but you don't talk publicly about not liking an organization like that. Of course, everybody complains about the IRS. But, I mean, I don't know.
Here's my opinion.
Uh-huh.
In my opinion, you don't fuck with Oprah Winfrey.
I love Oprah, but I mean, why?
I wouldn't
why
talk
not?
shit about her.
I know, but why? But she's just a
To me,
public person.
I
I would never talk shit about her.
I wouldn't talk shit about
But I mean,
Michael Jackson. I don't fuck with Michael Jackson.
But those are personal boundaries, I would say, though.
Question was, people or institutions you don't fuck with. I'm
So
just
that was
telling you.
directly to me. Okay. I was
My
trying to
opinion.
take it more as a general
Right.
thing.
I don't fuck with Michael Jackson, Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with the church. I would never go in a church and say a bad word.
No, I mean, for me personally, I try to be respectful to almost any organization unless they do me wrong.
Right.
I'm a give you benefit of the doubt first person.
So I want to ask you another question.
Sure.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
What is intelligence? How do you measure it? And does everybody have equal intelligence?
There's definitely not, everybody's not equal in intelligence. There's a lot of measurements. You've got, just even if you look at IQ testing, there's two primary groups where you do things that are related to verbal, and you do things that are related to visual perception, things like that. And in testing, I'm a genius in visual perception, and I'm just okay in the verbal thing. I mean, I'm above average, but I mean, what does that mean? That means I can fix anything, which I pretty much can. I mean, that's a good evaluation. But I think intelligence is that's a very complicated question, because there are people that are, like Elon Musk I think he's extremely intelligent when it comes to solving problems. But he has Asperger's, so he has a deficiency in relating to other people. That's why people, I don't think, sometimes don't like him. He comes off abrupt and rude and stuff, whatever.
Right.
Such a complicated thing. I don't think we can discuss that in 5 minutes. But but it is a profound thing. I think there's that whole idea that we only use 15 or 20% of our brain capacity or something. I think the difference between the most intelligent and the least intelligent is 5%. It's how you use it.
Okay.
What's your take on that?
My take is there are different types of intelligence. And I'll give you an example.
Uh-huh.
For example, I am in no danger of being Carl Sagan.
Right. Me either.
Right?
And it happened.
I'm in no danger of being an astrophysicist.
No.
None whatsoever.
No.
I can cross that one off my list.
I love listening to him.
Yes. So that's intelligence, right?
Right. But you're an extremely intelligent person.
But I don't have that type of intelligence.
Right.
Now, if you take me and drop me in the middle of the Amazon forest, I can survive.
That's me. I figure shit out.
That's a different type of intelligence.
You and I are very similar. We figure shit out. Yeah.
It's a different type of intelligence.
Yep.
Yep. So I guess there's maybe book smarts, and then there's just like world smarts, like nuts and bolts.
Well, I think both of us are pretty broad in what we like. Sort of that whole idea of jack of all trades, master of few.
Yeah, but
I would say master of few. You're a master of restaurant business, and you've proven yourself to be that.
You're a master of shoes.
I'm a master of shoes. Yes, footwear expertise. So
I've got some German.
That's just a long practice.
So I've got some German jokes for you.
Oh gosh, those were funny last time, but.
Oh, did I already say them?
You did them. You did some on our little mini podcast a couple days ago.
Okay, so then I have one more.
The long things that are.
Yeah. So I have.
Those were funny.
So I have one German joke.
Okay.
Okay. What jumps further? A kangaroo or a house?
Well, from a purely physical thing, I would say a kangaroo, but I'm sure if there's a joke in this, it's got to be the opposite.
It's a kangaroo. Houses don't jump.
Well, an investment or something could jump. I think it could have been a twisted concept there. An investment in.
I think you're German.
An investment
in
a house.
Fucked up a fucked up joke.
I have German in me. Yes. My mom's side of the family
I think
is very
German.
German.
So we just proved that's the litmus test.
Uh-huh.
If you can fuck up a fucked up test, that makes you German. That proves that you're German.
Prost.
Prost, mein Freund. Speaking of Prost, Marcus's podcast, Boo Hunter Talk, is doing well.
Excellent. He does a good job of producing that.
He and Udo are doing well. They did one with a live video feed, which I hope they do again. And
I think they have good personalities. I think video is good for them.
And they have good voices for it.
They do. Yeah.
They do a good
I
job.
think we should put a link in our podcast thing for that.
Yes. So let's.
If we're technically capable, but hey, we're just two dudes on the internet, on YouTube, and we're getting better. Look at the production value in this one.
Yes. So now here's our outro
Less
music.
Less than a year into
Here's
this.
our outro music.
Yes.
Here's some pop questions.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
In what year was the printing press invented?
Can I tell you that? It was 18 something.
1450.
1450. Oh yeah, that's right. The church started printing stuff.
Which came first, the electric light or the automobile?
Electric light or the automobile? I would say the electric light, but that's close. Yes, electric light bulb.
Electric light, 1879. Automobile, 1885.
Right, they're close.
Okay.
Was that Daimler? I believe the first production automobile was Daimler.
What came first, the telephone or the radio?
Telephone.
Telephone came first, 1876. Radio, 1895. Television, what year?
Broadcast television. The first conceptual television or broadcast? Not that I know either one of these.
Just the fucking television.
Well, the broadcast
Don't
stuff
fuck up the pop question.
Okay, well, I'm thinking broadcast, I think, was the early 50s, but the technology was
Not
in the
Tony
40s.
Chung or Walter Cronkite.
I
It's
know.
the fucking television.
I'm just saying I didn't prepare that. So I think the technology was there from the 40s, but the 50s is when they actually started broadcasting, I think.
First television, 1926.
26, but they weren't. What was broadcast on it? Nothing. They had CRTs.
Dude.
All right.
Call Google.
All right. Anyways,
Airplane. You should know this. You live in
the
North
Wright
Carolina.
Brothers thing.
Airplane.
First in flight, North Carolina. Wright Brothers. I don't know.
1903.
Yeah, I was going to say 1902 or 3 or something like that.
Listen to this. What
Okay.
year was the computer invented?
Okay, so we have international business machines used to be national cash register. What are we talking with a microprocessor or integrated chips?
Just a goddamn computer. I asked Google and it said computer.
Okay, but you had computers pre-electronics where you had abacuses and stuff like that. I mean, what are we talking about? Give me a definition of what you mean computer.
1939. Outro's over.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be the.
John,
1939.
thank you for a good show.
Right, 1939. That would be the. I can't remember the name of it, but I know the computer. I'll bring it up next time. Anyways, thank you.
Thank you
Good
very
show.
much. You did a good job.
I did an okay job. That last one, I definitely know the name of that computer. I can't think of it. Anyways,
It wasn't the Whopper.
No, it was not. Yeah, that was.
What movie is that from?
That was from War Games.
Yes, the Whopper. That's right.
That's right.
War Games.
I know that one.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do trivia. I don't do trivia because I can't remember shit like that.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you for convincing me to do it. I was
Yes.
so worn out.
Marcus,
people.
Udo, everybody in the
Yeah.
Vatsamish.
I was exhausted.
What's up?
I was exhausted. Thank you
Fired
for
up.
inspiring me.
Fired up.
Do
Okay.
it.
See you next time. Thank you.
Next time. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Okay. That's it.
That's it.
Bye.
Hasta luego.
Bye.